The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cavaliers will put total weather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Under fire. Underheat, he gets
shit, motherfucker,
you.
No
choice but to throw it away.
Oh, brother, I don't like the way you just did that.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw.
That just made me mad.
They dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's pressure.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And you don't see that often when you're running the screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Ducks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. The give to the big fullback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
The give to the lone running back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showing it all on that run.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Run it with the fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. There
God,
we go.
damn.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Walk his ass off over there.
So nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll try the run.
There you go.
And you want to run the football better. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Off that mug up. Good hit.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it yet.
And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon.
God damn it, I should have kept going to the house.
Hold his breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one.
My bad.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down.
Damn.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That's what we're doing. We're going to get it right back. I like it.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon
That
has
boy
the
done
lead.
found him a little blitz. I like.
Before we move on,
Shit.
let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
Oh, my God. That's interference.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt.
What's my man doing running over there?
Choice but to get rid of the ball. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line.
Man, that ain't no interference, bro.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Good job.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Out of the backfield, he's open.
Come on. It's all right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Spears. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark
You don't want that. You want to cough that up, coach.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down.
You want to cough that up, coach.
It's Spears. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it.
Right here.
The football made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive.
There you go. That's what we want, fellas.
Get there. A fourth down stop.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up.
Good
as
job,
much as
baby.
you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Smalls. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smalls. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. On the move to his left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
And the Ducks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run it.
Good job.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC is so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today.
Crazy.
That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback pulled up through and sacked at the 12.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged out of the air. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and some.
The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Govers' team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Smalls. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smalls. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Hey, they ain't gonna be letting that man just bump me like that now, are y'all?
Complete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Love the coverage on defense.
This nigga knocks me back.
Ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Oh, fuck this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. He breaks a tackle.
Oh, shit, ass game.
The 20. He's at the...
Hate this shit.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And that was
just
great
pissed me all the way
execution
up
on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Giving some bullshit.
What a way to send
That's
a message.
crazy as
Play
fuck.
in the running game, one snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
That is fucking crazy. Backwards,
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Finding an escape route. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half.
Come on, man.
Away for this defense
Extra
to
shit.
wind up the quarter. Snap to the back. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Piss me off.
Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10.
What are you doing, bro?
On that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's just not the type of game this guy envisioned. Being in the second half, being less than 50% completions, he has not found any success throwing it. A lot of that you got to give to the defense. They've been in the right place and they've made plays, but he's simply not had his best game today.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on 3rd. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down and 5 after the penalty. He'll set up to throw. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Walls. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, this shit lagging.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to...
Oh, he's got some space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's at the 40.
You gotta get your internet connection back right, though. That's it.
Touchdown, Virginia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Skips away from pressure. Going right and going deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about
That shit skipped on me again. I'm glad I pushed it early.
Because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
kick it off. And this crowd
it's my
now
fault.
ready to get
It's like
behind them.
he just wants to sit on the line. Sit on the
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Oh, and he can't hold the catch, and the ball's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least
I could.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that. Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job.
That's
with 5 points
crazy
of pressure.
work.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball in the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man. It's Hicks. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Cavaliers moving quickly to the line.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Oh my God.
The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throwing on the run.
Bro, this shit is so...
Right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Hicks. On the move at the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. Makes it past the marker. Running free. The tag. Touchdown, Ducks. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape. And he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to throw on first down. Nice catch on the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble and throws.
My dudes don't even be looking at the ball. It's like the third time.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
It'd been a good play since the running back, though.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. Snap to the back. They'll stop him short on third down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again, or would you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep
Turning it on. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That boy, Net, got him diving all over the place. You're going to get you your mess system, but for sure, that nigga diving everywhere.
This dude can make plays.
Oh,
that's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point he's going to
that shit low-key funny.
And the extra point was good.
That nigga dove 12 yards to the left.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and it was an easy call for the referees.
He's got an open man. He's loose on the right.
Better Hawking, too.
At the 30. Past the 10.
The play, I don't know. Who's his man? His man says, fuck you.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Cavaliers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun. Caught behind the line. It's Hicks. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Cavaliers want to move quickly. To the air on 2nd down.
This motherfucking game.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it.
There you go. Stop. Stop. You're fucking right. Out of here, man.
Man, find your
fucking tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his
Barry,
back pocket. They
see
got one up
Mike.
there, they didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Way to not over pursue. Might have hand it off. Might have stole.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give as they work on that clock. He has the first and still on his feet. Racing down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. Even coming in on paper, this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Hicks. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice job rallying to the football and making the tackle.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
There you go, PJ.
What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally
got some room to run. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover.
Wow.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Creates a little space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back has it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Virginia.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Snap to the back. that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.